Alright, we are going to make a painting and it's going to be awesome. I'm using the same color scheme that we did in a previous painting, sort of a peacock color scheme. So we have orange, brown, then we have ultramarine blue, and we have Pthalo Blue and a Pthalo Green that have been tinted. Also this orange has been tinted. I mixed these two myself. Those I tinted, but they were straight Pthalo Blue and Green. This is a burnt sienna. I feel like I had to really play around with it to get the color I wanted, but I feel like it was equal parts Hansa yellow medium, quinacridone, magenta, and ultramarine blue. This orange was 6 parts Hansa yellow to medium to 1 part quinacridone magenta. Then I have tinted it with a little bit of white because it was a little too vibrant. Because these have recently been mixed, there's some air bubbles that I just took care of. Okay, so we're going to attempt a really big dirty pour. My biggest dirty pour ever, and I'm so excited. I'm going to move these to the side. This canvas is 24 by 48. Biggest canvas I've done acrylic pour on to date. No, this one is not 18 by 24. This is, I grabbed one, the bigger one. This is 36 by 48. All right, so first I'm going to coat the whole thing with white. And I'm going to be really generous because I don't want to mess around. I don't want this thing to poop out on me in the middle of the painting. So I'm not trying to run out of paint. That's all the white I have. I have another mixture that I will use in the dirty pour that's got some iridescent pearl and also some interference blue-green in it. So we'll see. All right. This is exciting and scary. I'm going to just set that there. And here we go. All right, I'm going to start with the white. Again, this is titanium white with iridescent pearl and also some interference blue-green in it. And I should just stir it. Okay. Oh, y'all, I'm scared. I need to pop the air bubbles in these one more time. Orange. Ultramarine Blue. Probably shouldn't put so much of that. This is the tinted Pthalo Blue. And the tinted Pthalo Green. I'm pulling it all the way up to the top. Gosh, this is going to make such a mess. Oh well, here we go. So nervous I'm almost out of breath. Alright. I want to just let it sit and spread for a second. It's running off the side just a tad, but not enough for me to worry. Just checking for any more pieces of trash. Pop some air bubbles. I'm just afraid it's not going to want to flow. And I'd rather that flow off than something else. I'm just going to tilt straight down. It hit some spots and got stubborn. Quite like it. I am going to tilt it back the other way because I really like the blue and the orange is a little overpowering at the moment. Don't have much of that left. Alright, let's go back the other way. Slowly. That made the orange a little small. If you want to do a painting this big, I would suggest making sure you have this much white for the background alone. This was full up to here. I really should have had it all the way full. And then I had one of each of these for the color, and I only used about half of those, so you don't need that much color. But then this was, I don't want to drip on the painting, but this was full, half full also, so half a quart additional of white that I used in the tree ring, but also just to fill in the bald spots afterwards. So you need at least a quart and a half of white pre-mixed for just making sure your background is coated. And I'm a little upset because I ran out of white, like the bottled white, my titanium white, when I was mixing, which is why I mixed the additional with some iridescent pearl and the interference blue-green. That's going to be an interesting experiment because the iridescent pearl is more transparent and the blue-green is totally transparent, so that's going to be really thin in some spots. But it'll have some marbling of the actual white, which, do I have any more? A little bit more in there? I'm going to just do it. That's my white. And then I want to go ahead and, I don't know if you guys can see the bald spots, but I don't work with canvas a lot and I don't like the texture. I got these big canvases because they were on sale at Michael's. I usually work with wooden panels, but 70% off is pretty irresistible. And I've been wanting to experiment with a larger format, so who knows? Maybe this will be the new thing. The wooden panels at this size are just astronomical. They're about $100 a piece. Oh, I hope that this survives and doesn't crack as it dries. That's the other thing. I don't know if the canvas dries in a similar fashion, or if it tends to be more uneven, or if it dries quicker, of course, because you have more airflow from underneath. Man, one thing I can tell you is it eats paint. I mean, these are big, but dang. That was a quart and a half of paint right there. I am gonna let you get a close-up here in just a sec. All right, close up. orange is bright. The Ultramarine Blue sort of got lost. I put plenty in there. Must be a density issue. You can sort of see what I'm talking about with, if it'll focus. You can see the different whites swirled together. The creamier, darker tan is my pearl interference green blue experiment. And then that's titanium white is the brighter part. It's a big one, guys. Can't even get the whole thing in the shot from up high. Let me know what you think. Alright, so here is a finished version of this painting. I like it overall. I like the colors, I like the composition, but I'm gonna have to redo it, unfortunately. And I guess it's for the best, because there are parts that I don't like about this painting. I don't like the huge area of orange. It's still too big. I also ended up not liking the swirl of the pearlescent, iridescent pearl with the white around the background. I want it to just be solid white. But two even bigger problems is, number one, the blue crazed as it dried, and a few other paintings I did around the same time did as well. So apparently I made a mistake in my paint mixture recently, because I have not had that problem up until now. I think I did not put enough of the GAC 800 in there. I was trying to skimp on it, and that was a mistake. Now I know. So GAC 800 is important. But even more of a problem is that someone came through and put their finger in it before it was dry. I'm making all these paintings in my art classroom, and it is pretty much open to the public at the moment, even though it's summer break, so there's no telling who came in here and was like, oh, that's pretty, let me touch it. Oh, oops, it's not dry. Bye, see ya. So, I don't know. It's the risk I take painting in a public space. I certainly couldn't do these things in my house. I don't have enough space. But this is definitely a successful first attempt at a large-scale painting, and I'm gonna just paint over it and we'll try again.